The rough patch for this team didn't end when LeBron James returned. He was out the 19 games. He came back. They're only 3-5 in the 8 games since he returned. 2 games under 500, 3 games out of the playoffs, 22 left to play. We talked a lot about Kyrie and leadership. I think now we talk a little LeBron and leadership. And is it working with this group?
I'm not so sure because, you know, this is a new era of player. You know, the way you led early in your career, just like, you know, coaches from the old school to coaches now, you have to change as time goes by to adjust to your team. You know, these guys don't want to be talked about in the media. They don't want to constantly hear trade rumors. And, you know, these are players, young guys that you can approach. Like, and it changes from player to player on how you lead them. And are they responding? I'm not sure, because I think leadership is a way of motivating your teammates. Can he motivate his teammates? Can he get them to play hard? Those are signs of leadership. And what I've been seeing lately, I haven't seen the Lakers play hard, play with any sense of urgency. And that comes with who's your leader, your coach, your best player. Those are the guys you respond to. And when I don't see these guys out here giving a lackluster effort, I'm not sure if his style of leadership is working.
I think he's trying to correct that. I mean, when we listen to some of the things that LeBron said today, he was so much more positive and so much more upbeat. And I think that's the way you have to go with this group of guys that he has. They've been beaten down so much this year. Yeah. They were beaten down with trade rumors and all this stuff. And we know from the outside looking in that they can't handle that.
Right.
You know, so you have to treat them with kid gloves, even though you don't want to, because they're grown men. You know, they have to understand that this is a business. Your name is going to be mentioned. It doesn't mean that you're not a good player or a great player, but that's the business of basketball. But I still think one of the things LeBron could do is go talk to Magic, go talk to Irving, one of the greatest leaders I've ever seen on a basketball court. His mentality was to make sure that everybody else was happy first, and then he would take over. And LeBron has that ability to do that. But first it starts in the locker room with him getting those guys back on the same page that he is. Yes. And they have to have an unbelievable run. I haven't given up. They still making the playoffs.
Well, Byron, I want to make sure. Do you have a good view of the screens?
You heard me.
Can you see both screens, Byron?
I can see everything.
Okay, good. I'm glad, because you actually were here on LeBron's first preseason game.
I was.
As a Laker back in September. Oh, what a night that was. Let's watch it, shall we?
We got to talk about LeBron James. He's here in L.A. Beadle, LeBron James is here.
What's happening?
Woo!
Wait,
That's all I can say, baby.
It's September 30th.
Okay.
We cannot already be here.
Too soon?
I need you to take it back down to a 3, and I need you to build back up to a 10 sometime around January.
Okay, LeBron James is here.
Okay, we are now in
February. LeBron James is still here, and they making the playoffs. I ain't jumped off that wagon. I got a lot of faith in LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers, and my man Irvin Magic Johnson and Jeannie. I know they're going to make the playoffs. Woo! All right, I'm ready. Now I'll take it back down.
Ric Flair in there. Got that in there.
I'll take it back down a little bit now.
See, now anything you do tonight will be fine, because he just did that, and we're all on the same page. Really? You think 22 games left? Really?
False advertisement.
You think they can do it?
Listen,
a lot of math happening.
Obviously, it's a little bit more daunting now.
Obviously.
than it was.
Keep that same energy up in another month. In like 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, keep that same energy.
They got to have some energy.
The truth, I'm keeping that faith.